And I was telling you about a galamsey video. That time. I was said to me,
wow.
Look.
You weep.
Look, this country. We are not angry enough. We are not angry. Elsewhere, there will be impeachment.
You know, Makojo Boafu
there will be impeachment.
This is a video I was talking about. Makojo Boafu even sent me a story. His 38-year-old nephew who died as a result of galamsey, medical complications as a result of
mercury.
Yes,
38.
And he died. And he said that look, this country, we are not angry enough. Because if you look at what is happening, we don't even see the danger. We don't even see
it's like
that our very lives are at stake. I mean, if we can have this level of degradation, in my view, it doesn't matter whatever you do in Accra. You can build 2 million skyscrapers. If we cannot protect our water bodies and our environment, and we can allow this to happen, there can never be any failure as monumental as this. There can never be.
We're on a suicide mission. Suicide mission.
What is the point in me building a mansion and drinking contaminated water?
And money.
What's the point?
Money is not everything.
What's the point?
Money is not
What's
everything.
the point in me getting education up to PhD level for free and drinking contaminated water? What's the point? Really? Anyway.
It's clear that the mining sector is what is actually holding this economy. I'm quite surprised at the sheer, production and the export values from small scale. We see the same thing when it comes to the environmental challenges. I've seen the news this morning, Konongo, where they are digging close to the site. It's not something we should tolerate. I keep asking myself, without attacking anybody, what were the assemblies doing? Because my checks showed that the district inspector or officer of Minerals Commission in Konongo picked this long ago on his checks. Fortunately, we have an office in Konongo because it's a mining town. So the officer there asked, I saw the story, I said, what's going on here? He said he picked it, he reported it to the assembly. So it means they did not act. You don't expect the Minerals Commission officer to go and arrest people. I'm not passing the buck, but he has done his job. What is his job? A Minerals Commission's officer is to ensure that wherever mining takes place is done in the most effective and efficient manner, right? He has a vehicle. He's been bought a vehicle by government. He has other, workers with him. He goes around to monitor lawful operations to ensure that it's done properly. They follow the rules. They meet the requirements of the law. And then if there are areas where licenses have not been granted, they know. I mean, when you wake up, when you just tap the shoulders of a Minerals Commission district officer who is a mining engineer from bed and say, you see this part of town, there is mining going on that we think is not right. He can just tell on top of his head without going to the site that it's an illegal site. Because he did the inspection. They do the inspection, they do the processing, everything. So they go there. And sometimes, depending on the situation, they may even call for police reinforcement and all those. And let me say this, let me tell you how the rules work. The moment because the public is interested in knowing this Konongo thing, which is disgusting, close to the road, and I have to talk about it, not just to come and talk about figures, because then what is out there is that you take the papers this morning, he's seeing a pit close to the Konongo Kumasi highway. Mm-hmm. Then you come and sit on television and mention 3, 4, 5 billion. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, then we should stop. You should stop it altogether. It's not making sense to the ordinary Ghanaian. Mm-hmm. Who you are telling that, look, half year alone, small scale has brought in 2 billion. Is that the kind of thing that is leading to? So I can understand the outrage and the anger. So this is what a typical district officer or inspector does. They go around, look at that, and then inform the district chief executive or municipal chief executive, as the case may be. That is a rule. That have been to this site. I saw this with pictures, everything. When necessary, he may have to say, look, let's go there. And our district officers are invited to assembly meetings to speak on galamsey and educate them. It's all part of it. So the assembly is aware. They are aware. I have the letter. They are aware of this. So, Randy, this is at the roadside. Again, I'm not attacking anybody, but you see, let us, the council say, Fatu baby at the end, and let's be honest. Minerals Commission is not perfect. We still have a lot of issues we are addressing. I admit that. But then, that kind of activity by the roadside, are you telling me that the MCE did not see it?
So that's this.
Yes. So this is what I'm talking about.
This is the Konongo Kumasi highway. And this is illegal mining.
This is illegal mining.
On the shoulder of the highway.
Yes. And the Minerals Commission officer has reported this formally to the district assembly. Formally. That I've seen this, it's illegal. We've not licensed it.
The brazenness is something else.
No, but you see, the assemblies are not helping us. And I see two types. Some of these things will not happen in some areas. Okay? Some district chief executive will act. So I'm asking whether the assembly did not see this.
But you've confirmed that they were notified.
The officer has done his job. You understand that? Because I'm getting messages, I'm getting the flag, and I need to explain to the nation how the system works. This is happening in the district assembly. Because I'm a chief, Randy. If this is happening in Biakuya district, you understand that? If this is happening in Biakuya district, okay? 2 things. The district chief executive for Biakuya and OT region will be notified. And then myself as a chief will be notified. Do you understand that? Yes. So let nobody blame Minerals Commission for this. The officer has done his job and I'll defend him. Anytime, any day. Let me repeat. The Minerals Commission district officer in Konongo has done his job. This came to his attention. He picked the intelligence. He formally reported to the assembly. We're given a copy. I asked him for it. He's done his job. Pure and simple. Somebody else will have to take it from there. So the commission, the Minerals Commission, cannot be responsible for this embarrassing situation. You understand that? So of course there's an assembly. I mean, look at this. If it is in some dense jungle, some bush somewhere, and some other areas, I can understand. You understand that? Because there are some areas that are inaccessible. You know, if it's some forest reserve, some national park, etc. But if this has been picked by the officer in Konongo and reported, and for some reason the assembly didn't ask, I think I can absorb Minerals Commission of any blame. This has nothing to do with government. You understand that? This has nothing to do with government. This has nothing to do with the minister. It has nothing to do with the Minerals Commission. We did our job. The assembly was told. You understand that? And who has the security situation at every district? It's the DC. They are the head of DISEC or MUSEC. They must take action. You understand? I'll be the first to admit that, Randy, this one, we made a mistake. It's our fault. The officer has not done his job, or Minerals Commission takes responsibility. But I won't take responsibility for
this particular one.
I'm standing on radio. People are hearing us. I'm on national television. 35 million Ghanaians are listening. The Minerals Commission officer in Konogo has done his work. I won't take responsibility for this. The assembly should take responsibility. This is not NPP government. This is not the government. This is not what the president is talking about. It's the assembly that did not do this work.
Yeah, interestingly, the DC is an appointee of the president.
No, leave that. The same way, if I made a mistake, I'll be fired by the president or my minister.
Yes.
But I just want the public to know that we have done our work.
Yes. As the regulator.
Yes, as regulator, we did our work. And it ends there. Yeah. Somebody must also take it from there. You understand?
So what's going to happen?
If you report of a crime here.
So what are you going to do now?
Hang on. If you report of a crime here, we'll do a follow-up again. You see, if you report of a crime here, it is a responsibility of the police, or if there is fire outbreak here, you call the fire service.
But I have a problem.
So
this is
just
hang
on. So if for 1 hour, 2 hours, the fire service doesn't get here, then somebody somewhere must explain why it took fire service 2 hours to get here.
Yes.
If you could have taken them, perhaps if they had even come in 20 minutes, this could be resolved.
Yes.
Yeah. And this was not done overnight.
That's why I said that I have a difficulty.
What is the difficulty?
My difficulty is that our security apparatus is one of the most decentralized. You have BNI, National Security, the police service, all of them operating in these areas, and especially because of the mining operations and galamsey and all that. How come this thing can happen? And it's not overnight, like you said. How can this thing happen? And then the brazenness that now this is the highway, the Accra-Kumasi highway.
So let me tell you something.
It's about some 15 inches to the asphalt.
This one like this, it tells you they work midnight.
Yes.
Okay, midnight. And I don't know who put those yellow and red stuff there, but I'm not a geologist. I'm not a geotechnical engineer. I'm not a civil engineer, so I cannot pretend. I don't know the makeup of the soil there. You don't know whether, if, for example, that pit is covered with water, heavy rain, and then with time, what will happen is that you don't know the nature of the soil. It could seep, and then before you realize it's affecting the road.
Yes.
You see, as for this one, I may have to be heard on television and say that the assembly should take responsibility for this mess.